Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And the injury report for both teams, players who will not be available tonight.
Over the course of a long season, injuries will happen. Still plenty of time left, and the race is for those who can endure.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Wagner is out there with Paolo Banchero, and it's Suggs in at the point. And for New York, we've got Mitchell Robinson. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Reed in at the power forward. You look at the Knicks. What a show they're putting on so far. Undefeated in NBA Cup play at 3-0. And these fans are loving the play from their team.
Riding high, and with these home fans behind them, I think they're in really good position to enter the knockout round with some positive momentum.
And then, when you talk about the Magic, remember now, this is their last group stage game in the Cup. They're sitting at 2-1.
So to advance into the quarterfinals, they have to win here on the road. This is a major test for this team.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Here's Suggs following the basket by MP. Wagner wide open. Off target with his three. And Clark, we're looking at Franz Wagner here. What makes him so effective?
Well, his size and mobility, a rare combination, and how good he is instinctively at the defensive end of the floor. I mean, he can get out and get in a stance and guard guards, and he also can bang inside with big physical guys, and he's very fluid in his motion, great agility. Love watching that young fella play.
And it's Suggs missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Reed. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Suggs looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Bridges with the board. Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Banchero against MP. Shoots from the baseline. Jump shot is good that time. MP's got 6 points. Reed's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope. Banchero with the ball. Shoots over Reed. Another miss by Orlando.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
That one goes in.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 10.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
His defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hockey. You have to give it up to this man.
Now, here's Banchero. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Banchero. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Here's Suggs. Following the basket by MP. Lets it go from deep. And it's Banchero missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. And here is Suggs. Following the three-pointer by MP. And that one's good, Suggs.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Good on the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And it's Suggs missing. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Wagner against Reed. And he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 23 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the paint. Here's Banchero. No good there. And so it's MP making things happen for New York. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Achua is out there with MP. Then it's Payne. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Hart in at the small forward position. They're the group New York will start the second with. Count that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And then Carter with the jam.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Here's Payne. MP deciding where to go with it. Five on the clock. Carter pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Something that helps up the ante for these NBA Cup games is that all of the tournament games are nationally televised. That's some added value and motivation for these squads.
Yeah, no one wants to perform poorly in front of a national audience. This is a chance early in the season to show everyone what you're about as a team and why you must be taken seriously.
Here's Anthony following the basket by MP, and that one drops.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Hey guys, well the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams, and with the addition this summer of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add add to their already stout defense and has championship pedigree, they're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. And here is Suggs. Following the three-pointer by MP. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the New York Knicks.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. And Cameron Windmill asks, which one of you has the best hair?
Okay, I could say this with supreme confidence. It's a tie.
Yeah, it's a three-way tie at the top. Get it?
Yeah, Cameron Windmill, you might want to get a new TV. Or maybe an eye test. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's Brunson. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the pivot, manning the middle. Shot clock at 6. A three from MP. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Caldwell Pope against Bridges. There's Wagner with the three. Sinks the triple. Wagner's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic. The Knicks leading by 19. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Caldwell Pope outside. Orlando moving the ball around. Wagner with a screen for Wagner. Off target from three-point range.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Down low, here's Wagner. Good D by Anunoby. New York's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Pulls up on the wing, and again it's New York.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Reed. And the Dunk by MP.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Here are the Magic now. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's two really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnover. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Achua, he's checked in for Anunoby. Josh Hart comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Black. No scoring in this one. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now, Suggs. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Suggs, following the basket by MP.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by New York.
Pass to Hart, back to Reed, shoots over Wagner. Reed misses.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Well, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt about it.
Knicks lead, 61-28.
Here's Banchero. The Knicks pull it in. Now the Knicks with it. They've outscored them 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. And got it! Another basket.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested.
The first free throw is good.
Wagner gives you size, and he can stretch the floor as well. I mean, he's a very solid player who knows how to play the game.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Anthony comes in for Suggs. Second free throw, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And finished off by Wagner.
We know Mo. He's got scoring ability for sure, but he's brought it to another level tonight.
And yes, it's good. Reeves got 52 points.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Pass to Wagner. Here's Black. The three. Trains the three-pointer. Black's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's MP for three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's MP making things happen for the Knicks. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back to the action in just a minute. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand, where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting. Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
We've got Miles McBride. E.J. Tucker is out there with Achua. And it's Kolek in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Anthony. Here's Carter. Out to Anthony. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Banchero right side. 6 to shoot. And it's Carter missing. New York's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Pass to Dadier. Here's Kolek. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Achua. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Miles McBride. Now, here's Shamet over Anthony. Pass to Dadier. Tries again. It's hauled in by the Magic.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the middle. Here's Bitadze, guarded by Tucker. And here is Suggs. Shot from the wing, and he hits the jump shot.
Boy, nice work by Suggs going after his own shot. Not just waiting for it to happen, he initiated it.
Pass to Anunoby. Tucker with the ball. Anunoby passes to Shamet. Tucker a screen. New York, no good that time either.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's Black in the corner. And here is Suggs. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Tucker. Knicks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Now, here's Anunoby. Into the lane. Over Banchero. That one wide left. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Black. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Here's Dadier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Achua comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Miles McBride subbed in for OG Anunoby. Orlando also making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Franz Wagner comes in for Black. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Anthony. And he sinks the second. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Banchero outside. Caldwell Pope kicks to Wagner. A three-pointer is right on target.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Robinson's checked in for New York. Suggs passes to Wagner. Wagner outside. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Knicks with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kolek. Here's Shamet. They get it back, and Robinson is right there.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Now, Suggs. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup, 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They've played that well.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time